Well, you know that I had to do this at some point. I had to do a body language analysis of whatever Meghan did at that MasterChef episode, and well, this is the image that I chose for to showcase what Meghan is. I don't mean demonic, even if the image can suggest that. No, I think that she's more like exaggerated in her gestures, because that this is her trying to laugh as a human being. She sometimes has trouble acting like a regular human being, which is odd for an actress. I really don't know where the success of Suits it came from. It sure did not come from Meghan, but this was her trying to be great, trying to be nice, trying to do things to look gracious. But no, it's all force. We have some things here. According to Taz, said that this. She can't think of a single meal she feeds her family. She was asked about what meals you give your family, and she had to think about it. I mean, how is that possible? Meghan is the housewife archetype, but at least that's what she wants to sell the world with her brand, her lifestyle brand. You won't have trouble having the favorite meal of your family unless it's the nannies or the cooks, the one in charge of the whole operation. That looks like it. It looks more like it. She can't think of a single meal she feeds her family. What sort of a person goes on MasterChef and seems surprised when they are asked about what meals they cook? She couldn't think of anything. I think we know the nannies take care of those children, but this is not body language. We start with the body language with this. When she, just for the record, we have a problem here in which, due to copyright issues, I cannot show you any sort of clips. So, because this MasterChef people are really, let's say, picky with their stuff. But I can show you screenshots. And this is screenshots, like the first one that you saw. I know that it was a bit of a jump scare starting the video out of the blue with that one. I'm going to pick that one for the thumbnail. But this is when you see that Meghan's gestures are a bit exaggerated. It's like she wants to exaggerate the gestures on her face. It is absolutely unnecessary. So much of the time, because you don't need that. You usually command with your voice, all the ways. But Meghan wants to look like she's connecting with people, and she uses her face in this uncanny ways that I don't understand. Maybe we can go back to this later. But and speaking of body language, not only the face, but I remember this. This was very funny because she was dying of laughter. This is the thing that triggered that demonic screenshot. And she was like leaning away, like, oh, I'm just dying. I'm just rolling on the floor laughing. And she touches the other lady. You see the face of the guy. The guy is saying, what the hell is happening here? Why does she react like that? I don't understand. Why doesn't she have some decorum? I don't know. Isn't she a duchess or something? Isn't royalty meant to be, to have manners in some way? No, Meghan had to exaggerate the laughter, had to lean away, had to do this as well. I closed my eyes, I opened my mouth, I looked like an emoji. If you had an emoji of Meghan, it would look like this, most likely. And when she was leaning away and falling to the floor, rolling on the floor laughing, this is what happened exactly next. So she was shaking her head to one side, backwards, forwards right now, and doing this, and this is what you get. And this is the reason why people get the ick or bad vibes from Meghan from the get-go. Let's do an exercise and let's try to pretend that Meghan's problem is not her character. Like, yeah, that is the actual problem of Meghan, right? And let's pretend that she doesn't have a problem with her character. Let's say that she is a decent person. If she exaggerated her gesture like this, people will have the ick as well. I mean, if Meghan wasn't the person she is, and she exaggerated her gesture like this is what people will feel still. So that is a big problem, especially when maybe it can happen to anybody who doesn't have Meghan's character. We can tell that Meghan's character is rather unique, by the way. But if they try to exaggerate their gestures and, oh yeah, hi, that's so funny. Oh, that's so funny. I'm leaning away, closing my eyes, Meghan emoji activated. No, that is what's going to happen. You're going to shoo people away. People are going to be afraid of you. And this is exactly what happened. Right after that fake laughter, that fake demonic laughter, that's not demonic, it's simply exaggerated. And you see that one of the ladies is, the blonde lady is also exaggerating. It's like, I don't know what she's doing. Maybe that is the way that she laughs. I don't like to analyze a lot of, the people who are around the subject. The subject in this case is Meghan. But they appeared on MasterChef, so they are fair game as well. And the lady, the brunette that is at the back, I think that she was thinking that Meghan was, more like full of what you're thinking. Or at least that is the body language that is being projected here. Continuing this, I remember all the times that I have analyzed the Duchess, Methane, and I have seen her with that expression as in, how dare you be speaking on my vicinity and be spending all this oxygen and sounds, and when I should be the absolute center of attention. The spotlight should be on me. Why are you speaking? And that is the exact expression we have here. As in that condescending head tilt, that lip pressing, that yaw, pushing forward. You know that mean girl, passive aggressive gesture. It is very classic. We have seen, I have said this many times on my Body Language Guide channel. I'm going to repeat that again. One thing that Meghan has been really helpful, I have been the conduit of this helpfulness, is to identify this kind of expressions so you learn to identify it on other people. Sometimes you see these expressions on other people and you say, I feel something odd, but I can't put my finger to it. I don't understand what is going on. Why do I feel like this with this person? Simply training your eye to spot the thing, because this is going to happen with a split second. It's going to happen in a split second, and you will not have in real life the ability to say, okay, I'm going to rewind. I'm going to have a screenshot. Oh, no. This is something that you will have to do on the fly during the conversation with those people that you say, I don't know why they have this vibes. Yeah, we sometimes run in vibes, and speaking of vibes, again, is this exaggeration of archetypes, pun intended, but not those archetypes. Those were arse wipes, by the way. Archetypes is like, oh, I am delighted. Meghan wants to look delighted. And she ends up looking fake. Did you see this exaggerated leaning of the body, the exaggerated closing of the eyes, the erasing of the eyebrows, the pulling of the smile in this way? It's not gonna lie. It's something that is admirable. The way that she pulls her smile that way. And she does all that at the same time, simultaneously. And I don't think that she has had to train or practice all that. No, that's how she behaves, in that condescending way. She just goes around eyes closed, and she keeps speaking and saying things in this way with hands not clasped but put together. And you see the sequence. Even if we don't have the video, we have the privilege to see the screenshots. You see the sequence and you already feel like it. I am not telling you anything that you haven't felt already. That is how this works. And I have told Meghan, I have been fair. I have told Meghan directly, because I know that Meghan assigns an intern to watch my shows every single time I analyze her body language. Let's find out what the Royal Rogue has to say about my body language. I have told you, Meghan, countless of times, you don't have to force that stuff. You don't need to. Why do you force it? Unless you are feeling different, you don't really feel what is going on, and you have to force the emotion. You have to force the emotional expression, because it doesn't come natural to you. It doesn't go out naturally. Maybe that is the explanation. Oh, this is not body language, but this is one of the dishes that she was talking about. And she said that maybe Harry, I think this is one that she said that, no, this is, she was doing some commentary in here. I think that she liked this one because this reminded her Harry in some way. I think that you can imagine that this reminded her of Harry's balls, of how she has Harry's balls in her drawer under a lock and a key, just in case Harry escapes from the basement and he grabs his balls and picks up the kid, just put them on the SUV and just run away, which Harry is understandable that is Harry's plan. That is what Harry has been planning for years now. But yeah, I guess that is a reason why she liked that dish, because that dish reminded her of Harry. And yes, I saw this screenshot. And I can listen. I can hear this screenshot. I can hear the Valley Girl accent that I have mocked so many times. And since that, you remember the South Park episode? Yeah, the South Park episode with the Duchess, with the privacy tour. Yeah, you remember all that? Yeah, you look at this and you can hear it. I don't even need to say anything. I don't even need to mock the Valley Girl accent in general. You can listen to it for yourself with this one. And again, a lot of exaggeration in here. The raising of the eyebrows, although I have to say that those lines on her forehead say that she is not using Botox. So, okay, this is great, I guess. That is points for Meghan for not using Botox, because she wouldn't be able to do those expressions in the first place. So, yeah, it's nice. And this is one expression that she had on another dish that I guess that she didn't like. She said with this expression, the dish that she was going to talk about, that Harry would have liked. That was the dish that Harry would have liked. Maybe she doesn't like Harry liking things. And that's why she pressed her lips like that and had this expression of disgust. Because whatever, makes Harry's life less miserable, perhaps that is a source of disgust for her. I don't know. I'm just connecting dots here, saying what comes through my mind when I see those expressions. And this one is like Meghan was invited to, I don't know, sing for, I don't know, Les Miserables or something like that. Again, it's an exaggeration of an emotion. What was she doing at this moment? She was talking about a dish. And she had all these expressions like she was at a theater. It's all a performance to her. It's all a theater. And the problem is, the idea of this shows is to be as natural as possible. And I think that we're trying to signal to Meghan, try not to be a Try. Why are you acting like this? Why are you behaving like that? That is not helping. That is not helping our cause. Oh my God, Meghan Small pointed out MasterChef host Pauline Yeo wasn't the only chef who received dirty looks from Meghan. Tom Colicchio got the same treatment from Meghan while on set of With Love, Meghan. We know this already classic all the time that Meghan had those mask slips. I mean, the mask slips are the best because you have this pleasant Meghan face that you see that she begins to blink a lot. That happens. It has happened so many times. It's classic at this point. And then you see the mask slip. It's like the blinking, it's that the rapid blinking signals that a mask slip is incoming. It's like a video game at this point. You know that that's going to happen. And it's like spot Meghan's mask slip. And that's what she does. It's like maybe it's her resting face doesn't help. Like she looks like this. Again, why do I have to share, the kitchen? Why do I have to be here with other 3 judges? It should be all me, all by myself. Why do I have to share the spotlight with other people? And again, I usually don't analyze other people's body language, but when they did the FaceTime, because she was in this MasterChef thing, and she received a spontaneous call from Harry, and they had this spontaneous FaceTime call. You have this in which, again, I don't know if people are getting desensitized to stuff. And actually, the producers of MasterChef are telling Meghan and telling the people in the audience, try to be as exaggerated as possible, because I don't know, maybe people's emotional detection centers are already fried from so much TikTok. I don't know, but I saw this and I had to say something about this. This is as fake as it gets. Okay. and this is Meghan trying to be nice. This is Meghan, I'm trying to be nice face. I'm trying to be nice, but you're not helping. You are not helping. This is Meghan's face when she opens the basement door to take a look at Harry once every 6-7 days, and she throws him a bit of food, and she has that disappointed face. You have disappointed me, Harry. That is the face that Meghan has when she talks to Harry in the basement. And by the way, I needed to mention Harry because in that FaceTime call that lasted, I don't know, like 30 seconds, 40 seconds, or 1 minute. It was really fast, really concrete, succinct. It's like Harry is not even 1 minute in, was already tired. I don't want this. You remember that analysis of Harry with James Corden? I love that analysis when Harry was so relaxed with James Corden, and when James Corden FaceTime Meghan, Harry's body language changed instantly. It was like an absolute classic. And Revealing the Narc had this, this is the last one, had this shot of Meghan in which the other judge touches her, and you remember the rule number 1 of the Montecito Club. You never touch the Duchess without announcing yourself first. This is important. You never touch the Duchess without announcing yourself first. Sadly, because, well, it was very tiny in the frame, it was hard to tell if this was an actual mask slip. Revealing the Narc tried to do her best to showcase Meghan's reaction, but this I don't know, maybe you can help me in the comments. What do you think about this expression? Do you think that this is an official mask slip from Meghan? I would like to know what do you think about this in the comments. And meanwhile, my name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Royal Rogue. Much love and bliss.